A man opens his eyes as filtered sunlight streams into the room. He doesn't immediately get up, rather he lays for a while, thinking of all the mistakes he has made, everything he regrets, all the things he would do differently. Finally, he gives a huge sigh and slowly eases himself out of bed. Walking over to the window, he rips down the dusty bedsheet hanging off a rusty curtain rack, revealing not sunlight, but pouring rain. Depressing, to say the least. Where did his life go wrong? He grew up in a good household, normal childhood, normal teenage years. He went to college, got good marks, graduated in 4 years. Then debt overtook him. His guidance counselors failed to mention to him that his degree was practically useless in real life. His resume became more of a burden than an aid. He worked meager jobs here and there trying to make ends meet. He is always too busy to have a social life. He is all alone. In the bathroom, he turns on the shower. Halfway through, the water shuts off. He gets out of the shower and tries the sink. No water either. Add that to the pile of overdue bills. Depressed, he walks into the kitchen and opens the fridge. It's empty except for a jug of expired milk and some leftover dinner from last night. His cupboards are filled with mostly cobwebs, dust, and cracked dishes. A moldy box of cereal with stale milk will have to be his breakfast, and lunch, and dinner, and breakfast tomorrow. He wolfs down the last bit of his food, grabs his briefcase, and heads out the door into the pouring rain. As he is walking down the stairs, he sees two of his fat old neighbors arguing over someone's cat. He runs out of the building just as one of them throws a chair across the hallway. Before he even makes it 5 feet, he's completely soaked from the rain. Unbeknownst to him, the water is seeping into his briefcase, ruining his resume and all the other papers inside. Walking towards the bus stop, he gets shoved into an alleyway and feels the sharp edge of a knife get pressed against his side. Then the fists come. First, his head is struck, then his stomach. His face is repeatedly smashed into the wall until he finally manages to grab his wallet and phone. The mugger grabs them, then pushes him to the ground for good measure. He lays there, motionless, bleeding. Then he picks himself up and limps to the bus stop. He missed his bus. After waiting for the next bus 15 minutes later, he lips into the office. The receptionist tells him he's late, and there is no longer anyone willing to interview him. Defeated, bloodied, and depressed, he slowly makes his way back home, limping, until he collapses on the sidewalk. Sprawled out on the sidewalk in his tattered business suit, the man starts crying.